Hello, Nick here with Mid-Ohio ESC Print Shop. I would like to take this opportunity to go over the mail merge feature of Adobe InDesign. The mail merge feature makes it really easy to create numbered tickets, postcard mailings, and a wide variety of other items, bringing information from an Excel document into InDesign to produce these items. The first sample I'm going to go over is some tickets that I have set up here currently. And if you notice on this file, I currently have 10 tickets set on one page in my InDesign file. So I go to my pages, I actually have these files and I'm going to be working from the master page. The master page is where you're going to want to be working from when creating your mail merge files to have InDesign populate all these other documents and pages that are going to go along with this file. And I'll show you what I mean by that as we continue on through this tutorial. So on our master page, I have all my tickets set up here, and I also have a text frame set up here where I would like the numbering of these tickets to go. So the next element I would have to add is, of course, the Excel file that has these numbers on it. So I'd like to open up the Excel file to show you what that document looks like. And I already have one here opened up. Actually, we'll go ahead and navigate and find that. And the one I'm going to be looking for this example is a 10 up 100 numbers, because this will produce 100 tickets. So I'm going to go ahead and say open. And here's how I have my Excel file set up. In my first row, I have the headers on each one for C1, C2, C3, and you can name these any way you wish. I use C1 and C2 just to stand for column 1 or column 2. And then depending on the number of tickets that I am producing, in this case I'm doing 100 tickets and I have a 10 up design, I want to have 10 columns and number these evenly so that these numbers work out to be 100. So I have 1 through 10 in column 1, 11 through 20 in column 2, and so forth. Once you have your Excel file set up, you go to File, Save As, and you want to make sure you save it as a Windows comma separated .csv file. And once you have made that save and have your file saved, now we can go back into InDesign and start doing the mail merging of that file. The first step you're going to want to do is go underneath your Windows tab in your main toolbar, go to your Utilities section, and make sure you have the Data Merge window open. When you open up the Data Merge window, you'll have the option to select a data source to add to this panel. So we're going to click on the down arrow here. We're going to go ahead and select our data source. So you'll navigate to wherever your data source is. In this case, it is right here, the 10 up 100 numbers CSV. And I'm going to say open. Now InDesign will take that CSV file and populate every column that's in that document into separate sections. So we have columns 1 through 10 represented. Now the reason why I have these set up this way is whenever I cut these files, I want to be able to have, for example, if we have column 1 right here, I'll double click in this text box and go ahead and put column 1. So whenever these tickets are cut, all the numbers that are in column 1, 1, 2, 3 through 10, will all be sequentially in line. So what I would like to do now is come over here and go ahead and double click on column 2, and that's going to put a column 2 in there. Do a column 3 and go through each text box and add the appropriate columns. Oops, that was the wrong one there, so I'll go ahead and re-highlight that and just go ahead and put in number 7. And column 10. So that easily, we already have our document set up to have the numbering put on these tickets through our data merge. Now if we wanted to see what these look like, for example, down here in your data merge window, you have a preview button. You can click on preview and it will show you the numbers that are associated with those columns. In this case, the first one starts at number 1, the second column started at number 11, and so forth. Now the next step we have to do is actually create the mail merge file. So I'm going to go ahead and close off the preview. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the preview. And over here we have the Create Merge Document. So I'll go ahead and click on that. Or actually, before I do that, let me just show you the document again. So I only have one page here currently with the tickets on it, and that's just working off of the master page. But I'm going to be on my master page, the same page I used to put in the ticket numbers, to actually merge the document. So while I'm on my master page, I'm going to click on Create Merge Document, and you'll be presented with some options for the records. In this case, I want all the records that are associated with this file, and generate overset text with a report. What this would mean is if you created a text box and you have information in your Excel file that is too big for that text box, InDesign will let you know upon creating the merged document that you have text that is not properly fitted inside of a text box. And you can also be alerted when there's images missing from your document. If you just want to do a certain page range, you can select the range and specify that. And with these 100 tickets, we're going to be having 6 pages created. So I'll go back to my All Records. I'm going to say OK. And InDesign is going to start going through the process of merging the document. And it's going to create a new document here for us called All Sports, the name of our file, then a data 1, showing that it's a data merge file. I'm going to say OK. So now if we look at this new file InDesign has created for us, we'll now see we have all our numbers and pages set up. So page 3 has number 3 here, for example, number 4 is number 4, and so forth till we have all the pages set up to our number 10. So it took that merged file that we started here with one page and merged that Excel file into our final document. So now if we were going to export this for printing, we can go up to a file, Adobe PDF presets, and export it however you prefer. In this case, we can do press quality, and you would save your file appropriately, and it's ready for printing. The next sample I would like to show you is a newsletter, or a welcome letter in this case. So for this example, I'm using the Print Advantage program and an introduction letter to our presentation folders. And what I would like to do with this file is actually put in a name here, and also I'll just go ahead and put a name in down here. And that's where I would like the other name put in. So this would be the same type of a setup for our Excel file. I'll go ahead and open up Excel again. And in this case, I have just these 10 names I would like to insert into my document, or excuse me, 20 names. So I just have Joe Smith 1 through 20 with the heading of name. And if you're going to do, for example, addresses for postcards or other types of mailings, how I recommend setting it up is have your name in one column, your address in another, your city in another, then your state, then your zip code. And this is if you're going to be doing a direct mailing for postcards, for example. But since I do not need those for this document, I'm going to go ahead and take those out of there. And we'll take this document and merge this into this file. So I'm going to go back and open up my data merge window. And once again, if you don't have the data merge window available, go underneath Window and Utilities and select Data Merge. And this time I'm going to navigate and do my name merge file. Once again, make sure it is a CSV file. As you can see, all the Excel files are grayed out because it needs to be a CSV file to import it as a data merge file. I'm going to go ahead and click Open. And so if we wanted the names to appear in a couple positions here, we can have the deer right there. Go ahead and click on Name. And I'm going to go ahead and add a comma after name. And once again, you want to make sure you're on your master page when doing this. And we want that same name to appear down here again. So I'll go back into the data merge window and put name on there again. And over here in the data merge window, you'll now notice that there are two capital A's next to the name. That represents that we have this data merged twice on this document. So for example, if I take this one back out, you'll notice it goes back to 1, and this time we have 2. So I'll go ahead and put a period after name there. So if I went to preview, you'll now see Joe Smith 1 shows up there, as well as Joe Smith 1 shows up down here. So now what I would like to go ahead and do is merge this document to create these 20 files. So I'm going to hit merge document. You'll now notice it says range 1 to 20 because we're going to be producing 20 files. And say OK. No text was overset, so we're good there. And now in the new file it has created, we'll go to our Pages panel and look at page 1, and there's Joe Smith 1. We'll scroll down, Joe Smith 2 and Joe Smith 2, and 3, and 3, and so forth. So you can see the power of InDesign and the ability to take a CSV file and create easily merged documents and data merge files using InDesign to get them print ready. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and we'll see you again next time.